Hey everyone, hopefully you're having a good day. My name's Andy. My channel's Finding Value. Today we're going to do our daily technical analysis update of gold and silver. We'll go over the dollar, 10-year yield, gold, silver, platinum, and some of the mining companies and ETFs. So I'm going to dive in here. I'll give you my financial opinion. It's just an opinion. Please don't use it as advice. And here we go. I'm going to start with the dollar. I had the gold chart up there. And guys, I don't really look at this during the day. I'm just looking at it for the first time. We've got the US dollar, Dixie. Hey, nice big down day today. This is a tailwind behind gold. So when the dollar declines, usually gold gets a little bit of a tailwind, which helps it push a little bit higher. We could be kind of just testing this spot back here, where it does a little bit of a back test in here, and that's kind of what we're doing. So now we have to see if the dollar is going to break to the downside or get some support here and head on up. So that's what we're looking at for tomorrow. The 10-year yield is flat today. I think that we're probably maybe putting in a flag pattern, something like that, where we'll kind of go sideways here for a little bit and then break to the upside is my guess. I think rates are going to go higher. This will be a tailwind for gold and other commodity investments because higher rates will force the rotation of money out of technology companies, growth stocks, we'll say in general, growth stocks and bonds. So higher rates will force that money to rotate over. And that's usually when commodity cycles and booms and precious metal booms really get going, is when interest rates start to really move on up. So gold today was up. A nice little, almost a bullish engulfing. It's not quite, but we've got wicks on the bottom here. It means it kind of sold off, came back up, sold off, came back up, and ended up. To me, this looks like a reversal. If we were to look at like a 5-day chart, what you're looking for is a downtrend break, and that's what it is a downtrend break, and you're getting lows and higher lows as we step up with a little bit of momentum to the upside. So when I look at the candlesticks, and I look at this stuff, and I zoom out, I see the downtrend break, and you guys probably can't see it if you're not used to candlestick chart reading. So when I go into like the 5-day, you can just draw a trend line, a nice simple trend line down like this, and you can see that it broke, that we're making higher highs, and that we're in a new short-term uptrend, measured in 5-minute increments. That's basically day trading. Now, looking back out, gold is putting in this large flag pattern, or pennant, I should say, pennant formation, where it's coiling up, ready to break somewhere. Now, even if this breaks down, we may take a little detour and then head higher, but sometimes they do that. We do have these large down candlesticks on a weekly basis intermixed through here, but again, the market conditions are good. I think we're going to eventually go higher. Either way, it breaks. Same with silver, the big picture view there, going to the daily candlestick chart. Looks like we're trying to put in a bottom. The opening and closing price was large. It contracts down and contracts down. The buyers are starting to equal the sellers, and we'll eventually get a reversal point. And then we have to see what that reversal point looks like, how much buying pressure comes behind it, what the opening and closing prices look like. So for platinum's still looking okay. We've got this nice big buying pressure days through here, small selling pressure, a little bit of more selling pressure here, but we're looking okay. And that's on the daily candlesticks. We still have good buying and selling pressure all through here. I'd say sideways, maybe a hair more. I'd like to see some more buying pressure. I'd like to see gold step in here and start taking a lead as well. Platinum should just be a leveraged move to gold. Looking at Karora Resources, we got a nice good bullish engulfing with a hammer pattern. Again, guys, I'd be a buyer down here if it were me. Let me go step back. I'm going to step back into the XAU to gold ratio. It looks like we're bouncing off this support line to the upside, so that's good. And we just have to break this downward trend line. EXK, we've got the little hammer candlestick. We're coming back up. We need the momentum to continue to the upside, and we'll see what happens tomorrow. SILJ, it's going to look like EXK. We got to break through this resistance line, which was support line. And that's what we got to do next. GDX is getting a nice, good buying pressure day today, up 3.17%. We're at the bottom of this descending, kind of a little bit of a falling wedge, and we're right there at the bottom of it at support. Metallic minerals getting a little bit more of a sell-off. This is a ascending wedge that may pull back a little bit before launching higher, but this is still in a pullback for metallic minerals. Whenever you guys see something that's pointing upward, see how this is contracting upward? They usually break to the downside and we get a little bit of downside movement. Koya silver, to me, this looks pretty good. It looks like it wants to go higher here. Going to the dailies, this is a bullish engulfing pattern of the day before it. We've got nice, good contraction. What I mean by contractioning, the open and closing price is contracting smaller and smaller, and then you get a bullish engulfing, which means if you were to look at it from a 5-day reversal candlestick, it's breaking the downtrend line and ready to come back up. That's what it means. So this looks good to head higher. I would be a buyer down here of Koya silver. Discovery silver, a little bit of a pullback out of this pattern we've got here. I would hold off and see where this thing bottoms first before jumping in. AG, and if you guys hold it, I own this stuff too. I'm just riding it. I'm not adding in anymore. And AG is down quite a bit, guys. I mean, it's up to you on what you want to do, but it looks good. Looks like it's coming off its support line. Newmont, NEM. This guy, let me see here. No, it looks okay. I'm just seeing if there's any patterns through here. Looks all right. And small down days, bigger up days. It still looks like it's ready to go higher. The buying pressure exceeds the selling pressure. This guy's dipping down a little bit. Mag silver. I'd kind of hold off, see what it does. AUY, Yamana Gold. We broke out, kind of came to a back test. I was hoping we would break and leave this pattern in the dust, but apparently we really love being inside the pattern. But we came back in. We have another good buying pressure day today. I like it down here. We've got a low, a higher low, and if this bottoms out, we have another higher low. So the lows are coming up. We just got to break through this resistance area. Impact silver getting a little bit of a sell-off today. It's right at support, trying to go lower, but we'll see if it holds. Aftermath silver, AAGFF is the ticker symbol. We're just chopping sideways right here, kind of quite low. But the momentum seems to not be going to the downside anymore. It seems to be going sideways. So up to you on what you want to do. This is a little bit higher risk silver exploration play. Arcana silver just chopping sideways. That's really all I have there. And PLG, I still think this thing has a good spot to head on higher. Put on a logarithmic. I still think this is a good entry point for a little bit of money. I wouldn't go a whole bunch to the hilt, but it looks good to me. Sandstorm Gold, nice good buying pressure today. Everything looks good. We're right at a very low point. We're at a support line. Let me back way out here. Get a little bit bigger picture view. We're right at support, and I think the support will hold, and we'll head higher, I think. And again, guys, I don't have a crystal ball. It's just probabilities. I'm hoping these support lines hold and that we head higher. The market conditions are fantastic for a move higher in all of these companies. Franco-Nevada hammer candlestick last trading session, moving on higher, looks good. EMX royalty, we're still trying to break through this resistance area. We broke through it and then we got sold back off. We're trying. We are trying and not yet successful. Sideways movement for Tootin Resources. We're just hanging out in this $1.39 to $2 range. Quite volatilely. Geez, volatile. Yeah. We got Wheaton Precious Metals, WPM. Good buying pressure today. Let's hope this buying pressure can continue across the board like we've got today. Gold royalty moving up a little bit. This thing does look like it's kind of falling down, getting sold off a little bit. This could be an A, B, C correction. We might get a little bit more of a pullback before heading up. MTA, we still are in a downtrend. This thing is quite resilient. Doesn't want to break that downtrend yet. But we've got a hammer pattern at the bottom here. It's probably going to reverse higher in the short term. Mavericks Metals moving higher. Good support down here. Hopefully we can head on up. It has broken this pattern to the downside. So I probably wouldn't be getting too jiggy with it yet. Royal Gold, RGLD, it is coiling up here from what I can tell. Nice, good little coil here. Oh, wait, I already drew it. Nice, nice. I was already on top of things. We're coiling up here. Hopefully we can break to the upside. It did enter from the top side down, and usually those break to the downside, but yeah, we'll see. Cisco Gold Royalty moving sideways. We do have some stronger selling pressure than buying pressure. This could resolve itself lower when I look at these selling pressure versus buying pressure in this tip here. You want to see this almost reverse, where you've got big up days and small down days. This is reversed all over the place, so this could dump lower as I'm looking at this tip over here. So that's what I've got for today, guys. Usually gold, I would say gold and silver do very well after an inflationary period towards the middle end of it. We're kind of just entering the beginning of it, so we could still have one little sell-off before we head higher. I'm not going to sell anything. That's not a prediction by any means. And to me, I mean, we're coming into an inflationary period. And I won't change my mind on that inflationary period until I see housing starts drop. And I see inventory in the housing market start to go to a more normal level. When that happens, then I'll change my mind. But as of right now, I'm in the inflation camp. I will remain there until the housing starts change and the housing inventory. Once those start to change, I'm going to change my tune. But right now, I think we've got upwards movements in all the commodities and precious metals. In the short term, it's anyone's guess because it goes all over the place. What I see here, I mean, I do see some weakness in some of the patterns, but I wouldn't be a seller. That's me. If you guys like the content, give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and thank you for listening. This is Finding Value.